Hello, everyone. We're back with the Canadian mug. Oh, when I come back from my trip, I am 100% collecting mugs. I love my mugs. But today, the idea I wanted to think about and talk about today just popped up like right before this is how dancing is a form of communication, and of course it's a relationship that is expressed through communication. And what do I mean by that? So whenever you're dancing with someone, I, and I'm these are the dances, not like cheerleaders or any royal dances or solo dances. I'm talking about whenever you're dancing with someone else. It's how you interact with them is based on your communication with them, but it's a communication of touch and feel rather than of speaking. So, for example, whenever you're two-step dancing and you're going, so in two-step dancing, really you're just walking on the dance floor, but with it, how the leader, the male usually, tells the follower, usually the female, how to move or what the next move is. They prompt them. So you have tension in between each other. And in the traditional sense, that's the masculine and feminine. In but in dancing, you actually have it in the physical form. It's that pressure between in each other, between your hands, that you feel that creates that tension in the form arm. And that's really interesting to actually say aloud and speak, because in our relationships, that's the tension that we want as well. And this goes beyond male and female. It's the masculine of order and of uh, direction, and the feminine of energy and chaos in the best sense of the word. And we can see that in any relationship that's not that is even beyond heterosexual. That's also what was it? Also lesbians and gays. Let's put it like that. And even in their relationship, you see this dynamic of the masculine, the person who's more masculine, and the feminine, the one who has more energy, that we could say more flamboyant. You see that tension being played. And in a relationship, that's the tension you want, is you have to know yourself enough to know if you're more, because we all have this masculine and feminine inside of us, but you want to know, oh, okay, how am I more masculine? Am I more feminine? Or what domains am I more masculine and feminine in? So that in your relationships, you can find that person that complements you. That is if I'm masculine in this area, I would like someone who's feminine in this area. So we can get that tension, just like in dancing. So you can get that tension between each other. And just like in your relationships, you want to communicate, and how you communicate in dancing is prompting them. So if you want to turn someone, so you're right here, right here. If you want to turn, oh no, yes, it's this. Yes, if you want to turn someone, I first have to prep them and then go. And that's just like our relationships. We can't just do things, do things and not communicate with our significant other. We need to be able to make sure that our communication, what our standards are, what our values are, why we say things in certain situations, or do things in certain situations, we have to make sure we communicate with our significant others so they understand where we're coming from whenever we do make these decisions, actions, or say a certain things. Just like in dancing, you have to prompt them first before getting into the action. You have to communicate in your relationships before or you actually understand someone. And just like how talking and communication is in your relationships, how you hold someone in a frame speaks to kind of their personality, how they turn, how they how they exert their tension, and or how loose they are. Or it tells you a little bit about their personality. If someone is very loose in their movement, maybe that is just them purely just wanting to have fun, don't care about how dancing at all. And you really don't don't want that person. And you want someone with a little firm, someone who's a little firm, so you can and move them. But also, there's a different spectrum, right? You don't want someone as a board, and you don't want someone so loose you can't and dance with them. You want someone in between, and that's that masculine and the feminine working. The firm is that masculine, that structure, and the feminine is the loose, the chaos, just letting everything go. You want someone who's in between. And of course, you can be in between of more or of the firm, or you can be in between more of the loose, but you want someone in between who understands their masculine and feminine roles. And then you want to be the same way. You want to be, if you're the leader, you want to be more firm. You want to be able to show off your follower. So you need to take that masculine role. Not to say, hey, you're a board, but to say, hey, you need to exert pressure and tell them where to go so they can express their energy and flamboyance on the dance floor. So that's a little bit about how communication, you communicate during dancing, how it's very similar to just your relationships and that masculine and feminine dynamic, especially, I didn't realize it until now, like that tension you feel is because of that masculine and feminine working between each other. So yeah, quick one, but I thought it was interesting to talk about. But anyways, I will see y'all later. Good night.